Have you been considering Zepbound and wondering how people are doing about a month in? Well, in this episode, I'm going to give you an update on how it's going as I enter week 4 of being on Zepbound. Hello, bold, brave, and brilliant people. Thank you so much for tuning in to Zepbound Journey with Ange. If you're new to my channel, I'm Angela Durant, and my friends call me Ange, and welcome. It's nice to have you here. If you are returning, thanks for coming back. Thanks for subscribing. It's wonderful having this community. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a wife, I'm a mom, I'm an entrepreneur, and I'm also someone who struggled with her weight, who struggles with the disease of obesity for most of my life. At my highest weight, I was 331 pounds. I'm 5 feet, 2.5 inches tall. And I've been in and out of Weight Watchers probably 7 or more times. I've been with LA Weight Loss. I did OptaFast or something like that, where they send you this food that I wasn't able to tolerate. I've also had 2 bariatric surgeries. I had the lap band in 2009 and lost 157 pounds on the lap band. And then in 2019, gained weight back over time. And then 10 years later in 2019, I had the gastric bypass surgery. I have a medical team that's working with me and helping me on this journey. And I was prescribed Ozempic initially about a year ago, and I lost about 19 pounds on that. And then things changed where they said Ozempic could no longer be prescribed for people who are not type 2 diabetics. And then I was prescribed Wegovy. For many of you who have been out there trying to get Wegovy, you know that it's been very difficult. I've been on a waiting list for it since August. Now, I did hear from somebody, and I want to say she's in Texas. She posted a comment for me the other day, and she said she was able to get Wegovy in Texas. She just had to go to different pharmacies to get different doses. But I haven't been able to get it here. So my doctor prescribed Zepbound for me. My insurance denied it, and I started paying out of pocket. So about almost 4 weeks ago, I started on Zepbound. And so this is my journey that I'm sharing with you. So if you're someone who's considering a weight loss medication, you're curious about how Zepbound works, or you're curious about Wegovy or Saxenda or Mounjaro or Ozempic, any of these medications, then you are in the right place. And welcome. It's nice to have you here. Okay. So I'm super excited to share my results with you. As many of you know, last week when I when I made a video and I told you, I promised you that I would share the good, bad, and the ugly. And last week I gained 2 pounds. So the first week I lost 10. The second week, which is last week, I gained 2. And now I'm just finishing up my 3rd week, going into my 4th week. And should I say drum roll, please? Okay, so what I'll say is I started my weight loss journey on Zepbound at 296 pounds. Then I lost the 10 pounds, right? That took me down to 286, and then I gained 2 pounds, right? So I want to tell you, drum roll, please. In this past week, I lost 7.8 pounds. I lost 7.8 pounds. So now I weighed in this morning at 280.2. Now keep in mind that I'm only 5'2.5", so I'm not very tall, and I'm carrying 280.2 pounds. The good news is, because there's light at the end of the tunnel, the good news is that it brings my weight loss down to a total of 15.8 pounds since I started. Okay, so I'm down 15.8 pounds. Yay! So excited about that. And I wanted to share that with you and also share what I've been doing. But before I do that, I would like to kind of tell you why losing weight this week really makes me happy. You know, why I'm so excited about this particular week and the weight loss that happened this week. And I also want to share some lessons learned. When I was married, I've been with my husband almost 12 years. When I was married in 2012, I was a brick house, ladies. I was a brick house, right? Had curves in all the right places, right? And I felt really good about myself. I felt healthy and fit. I felt strong and sexy, right? I could wear the clothes that I wanted to wear. Um, I didn't get winded walking stairs. I was able to do a lot more, right? I didn't hide. I didn't dim my light. I didn't stay in the house when I wanted to go out and do things, right? But over the years, we experienced life together, my husband and I. And I started to put on the weight. And then at first it was like 10 pounds. And I wasn't really worried about it because I was like, I know how I can get that weight off, right? So I wasn't as worried about it. But then in 2016, my mom passed away. And that was a huge trigger for me. That led to a 40-pound weight loss, a weight gain for me. And then it just continued from there. And at first, I thought, I just kept telling myself, it's not a big deal. You can lose it. You can lose it. But 40 pounds continued to go into 10 more here and 10 more there until I was over 300 pounds. And my husband, he didn't really say much, but he did encourage me to walk or go to the gym, or he invited me to do active things with him. And sometimes I went, but a lot of times I didn't, right? Because I felt ashamed. And I didn't want anyone to see me at the gym. I wasn't even sure that I could get on like the equipment, right? I used to worry that the treadmill or the elliptical um, couldn't sustain me, right? Couldn't hold me because I was over 300 pounds. And I once had an elliptical in my, or like a stair climber in my home, but it said the maximum weight was 250, right? So I was nervous about that. And now I know people go to the gym, they could care less about you, right? They're not even worried about you. They're focusing on their own fitness. But at the time, that was a concern of mine. So I told myself that I could do it on my own, but I really couldn't. I really couldn't. And that's when I decided I was going to go for the gastric bypass, which I was afraid to do. That's the reason why I didn't have it initially. Initially, I had the lap band because I thought it was less dangerous, right? But at this point, I'm over 300 pounds again, and I just was like, I didn't know what else I could do. So I was excited, and I knew that for sure the gastric bypass was going to be the solution for sure, because who gets a bypass, the gastric bypass, and doesn't get skinny, right? Who has it and they don't lose a ton of weight, at least in the first year? Well, that was me. That wasn't my story. I didn't lose all the weight like everybody else. I lost 30 pounds and that was about it. And then I started putting the weight back on, right? So when my doctor told me that obesity is a disease, Ange, and now there's this medication that can properly treat it, I was hopeful. I was hopeful. And I was excited to see the scale go down because it gives me hope again. And that's why this week is so exciting for me, because the first week, yes, I lost 10 pounds. But for me, I kept saying to myself, well, that's like water weight, right? But now I feel like the scale is moving in the right direction. And even though it's not, 50 pounds or 100 pounds, and even though most people don't even notice when you're, almost 300 pounds, if you lose 10 pounds, nobody notices, right? If you lose 15 pounds, nobody notices. Somebody today said, I think I can see your face slimming down a little bit, right? But for the most part, when you have so much to lose, you don't really see it until you've lost like 50, 60, 70 pounds, right? So that's why I'm excited, right? I'm excited because it gives me hope. And my husband has been so supportive and happy to see me going to the gym. He goes, I saw you in the gym yesterday and taking better care of myself. I usually leave before they get up. My husband and my son get up in the morning. I'll go out and I get my workout in first thing in the morning. And so feels really good, right, to be taking better care of myself. So that's why this 7.8 pounds really makes me happy. So I just wanted to share that with all of you. And I also had someone reach out to me that told me that they're on the journey. We're about at the same pace on the medication. She might be a week ahead of me. But she said that she only lost 2 pounds, and she was just feeling discouraged. That this medication costs so much; it's very expensive. If you're paying out of pocket and you don't have the savings card, you're paying $1,250 approximately for this medication for Zepbound. If you have the savings card, you're paying $550 a month, which is a lot of money out of pocket, right? And so she said she's thinking about stopping because she only lost 2 pounds and it's very expensive. And I, just said to her, like, please just give it a chance, right? Not everybody's different, and some people lose on different doses, right? It may take you to get to 7.5 to start feeling the effects of the medication, but don't throw in the towel so early because the science says that it works, right? And I think if it can work for me, I know people always say that, but I feel like I'm a severe case, and if it can work for me, um, I think that it can work for you too. So I just want you to not give up if that's what your doctor prescribed for you. And, you've only been on it for a short while. This is a life's journey, right? I also want to say I'm not a doctor, right? This is just one girl's journey, but I just want you to continue if you can, because I'd like you to get to a point where you experience those wins, right? And it's 2 pounds, it's a 2 pound loss is better than a 2 pound gain. I'll take a 2 pound loss over a 2 pound gain any day. So you're doing great. Just keep going, right? Just keep going. So I wanted to share with you, like, kind of what I've been doing and kind of give you an update on that, right? My doctor said to me when I first started seeing her that it is a three-pronged approach. She calls it the stool, the three-legged stool, right? And that is this medical intervention treating obesity as a disease with a medical team. It is medication, so that's all that medical leg, right? And then there is diet and exercise, right? There's like, oh, I don't want to hear diet and exercise, right? Right? You can't escape it. You can't escape it, right? They're always in play, right? They're always in play. But those are the three legs of the stool, right? And so I want to say that last week, some of you are like, are you hungry? I'm still hungry. I'm so hungry. Yes, I was hungry. I had moments of hunger throughout the week. Like, my head hunger is not completely gone yet. And that's why I know I need to titrate up. I know I need to increase the dose. And I'm going to be on 7.5 starting. I'm going to take my last dose tomorrow, which will be Thursday, March 14th. And then the following week, I'll be on 7.5. So I'll let you know how that goes. But was I hungry? Yes, I still had hunger. And I ate when I was hungry. But I would say that I still felt like I had some control, right? It wasn't like before. I wasn't like opening the fridge, like, okay, what can I eat? I want this. I'm not satisfied with that. I eat that. I'm not satisfied with that. And I still want something. It wasn't that. But it wasn't like, I definitely needed, it was calling me, and I definitely need to eat something. So I want to share that with you because it's a good, bad, and ugly, right? Here's what my week looked like. So from a diet perspective, and somebody asked me if I could share with them what I'm eating. Maybe I'll do an episode just on that. But um, what I've been doing is focusing on protein. I eat a lot of chicken. Um, but it's not perfect, right? It's not like everything is weighed and measured, and my doctor wants me to have at least 100 grams of protein a day. I eat eggs for breakfast in the morning. Sometimes I'll have cheese on them. I eat turkey bacon, and then I want flavorful foods. I do have starch too. I had baked potato, a couple of baked potatoes this week, and veggies. Like, I'll eat veggies. So that's kind of what my week has been like. Have I been snacking? I'm trying to think if I snacked on anything. I've had some like tortilla chips, maybe as a snack, but I don't think I had like much like sweet stuff like I usually would have. So the food's not perfect, and I didn't journal it. I know that's a tool that I probably should be using, but I didn't journal, didn't weigh and measure, but I just ate till I was satisfied, right? And then working out. So I work out 5 days a week. I do what I can, right? I love the quote by Arthur Ashe that says, "Start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can." And that's what I do, right? I can't run yet. So I walk, right? I walk at my pace, but at least it's movement, right? So I'll walk on the treadmill. I'll do the elliptical machine. I can do that. That's great for my joints, very low impact. And I will also do like strength training. So I'll do the machines. Now, when I had a trainer, she liked me to do free weights. I'm not doing free weights. I'm just doing the machines. I do upper body and lower body, right? Sometimes I just go for a brisk walk down to the Wegmans, the local Wegmans, and back home, right? I take my dog, we go, and we come back. But that counts as my exercise for the day. So nothing crazy, but I'm getting out, I'm moving at least 5 days a week. Okay. So that's what I'm doing with exercise. And I have a question for you. Do you think, and maybe I'll do an episode on this too, but do you think that you can lose weight without working out? Do you think that the medication is so good and that you can take it and not lose weight on Zepbound or Wegovy? Do you think you can? I'm wondering about that because I I've heard a few people say they're not working out, but the weight is just falling off of them. And I know that they're losing fat and the muscle mass too, and we got to be careful about the muscle mass. But I wonder. So let me know in the comments if that's you, that you're not working out. Some doctors may say don't work out yet, right? I'm not sure what they prescribe. My doctor's like, you need to get moving, right? So I haven't not worked out since I started. So I'm curious. Let me know what you think about that. And then the other thing that I did is I'm drinking more water. Prior to Zepbound, I really wasn't drinking water like I should. And I will tell you, I'm not at the 64 ounces a day yet, but I take my water bottle to the gym. I have a water bottle throughout the day. I'm trying to get more water in than I usually drink. And I told you last week I had an incident where I started feeling like I was constipated, and I knew it's because I wasn't drinking enough water. So I drank more water, and that went away. All right. So the next thing I wanted to share with you is side effects, because I'm always coming on like, no side effects for me. I'm good. I'm good. No side effects. Oh, you feel nauseous? Not me. No side effects. No side effects. Well, the day before yesterday, I made myself a grilled cheese sandwich and had lemonade with it. And I ate 3/4 of it and I was fine. I was satisfied. But no, I was like, I could just eat this other quarter of the sandwich because I cut it in fours. It's like, I could eat this other. Let me just go ahead and eat it. And I ate it. And you know how something goes down and you're like, probably shouldn't have had that, right? And I drank lemonade right behind it. 10 minutes later, I was like racing to the bathroom, right? I was racing to the bathroom. And so I believe that was a side effect because I've had grilled cheese sandwiches before and it did not send me running to the bathroom. So, and that emptied completely out of my system. So I just wanted to share that with you. I had my first bout with a side effect, right? And here's what I want to say about the side effects. And this may not be true across the board, but just for me, one of the things that I'm noticing is that when I don't follow what my doctor tells me to do, I have side effects, right? Where I was feeling like constipated, and she was like, drink your water, eat vegetables, right? Do what you're supposed to do. And so I think that if I stay on the straight and narrow of what my doctor tells me to do, I'll get better results than trying to do it my own way, right? And I'm not saying that that's for everybody. I know some people that tried Zepbound and they couldn't tolerate it, so they went to Wegovy instead. And I've heard the opposite to be true also, and it has nothing to do with them not following instructions from their doctors. It's just their body just couldn't tolerate it. So I get that. But for me, sometimes I'm rebellious and I do the things I want to do instead of the things I'm supposed to do. And there's a price to be paid for that. So I just wanted to share that with you. And also to tell you, remember, this is a life journey, right? So we're learning as we go along. So, and everybody is different. Everybody is different. So I wanted to just wrap up by saying, excuse me, these are some of the lessons that I've learned over the week, that doing what I'm supposed to do helps me avoid the side effects. The second thing is to just be patient, because it does work. I believe in the science of it. I believe that it does work. I believe that even though I'm a challenging case, that it can work for me too. I do have my moments when I'm like, is it going to work for me? But I do believe it is. The next thing I wanted to share with you of a lesson learned is that there's room for improvement, right? Neither my eating nor my exercise is perfect, but that's okay. That you can still lose weight, get healthier, and not be perfect, right? It's not perfect, you know. Having a community, the other thing is having a community of like-minded people who understand, who really get it, like all of you, and understand and support. That contributes to my success, and I hope it contributes to yours too. I hope that you're finding this a safe place. Thank you for all your comments. They've been so wonderful to read. The other night I was up, I had so many comments. And my husband was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I'm answering these comments. I'm answering." He's like, "Well, what are they saying?" I was like, "Oh, they're sharing their journey with me and asking questions and just being very, very supportive, sending great vibes." So I really appreciate that, and thank you. And so for next week, I'm going to be starting on the next dose, which is the 7.5 milligrams. So tomorrow I'm taking 5, and I actually have this here to show you. For those of you who are new, this is what the pen looks like for Zepbound. I don't know if you can see it. It might be backwards in my camera here, but this is what the pen looks like. The cap on the bottom is off because I used this one already, and the needle is inside. So when you use it, you turn it from off to on to the green where it's on, and then you press down. You put it up against your skin, your belly, your thigh, or the back of your arm. And then you give yourself the dose. I don't know I think somebody's supposed to help you put it into your arm. I don't know if you could do it by yourself. But the way that it works is when you press this, the needle goes down and distributes the medication under your skin, and then it goes right back in again. And the needle is so teeny tiny, you don't even, if it wasn't a little prick on your skin, you wouldn't even know it happened because it is so it's so soft. Like I don't even feel it. So for those of you who may have fears about needles, don't worry about it. That's not a problem. I want to show you really quickly what I look like for those of you who might be wondering, because sometimes when I watch other videos, I'm like, I want to see what they look like. So I showed on one of my last videos. I'll take this sweater off and I'll show you what I'm looking like right now. But this is me. I'm top heavy. So this is me. Show you the side, the back, and I'm 280 pounds. 80.2 pounds is my current weight. So that's what I look like, and I hope that's helpful. And then I just wanted to say again, if you're finding value here on this channel, please hit that subscribe button and then ring the bell so that you know whenever I go live. I'm traveling tomorrow to Boston, so I don't know if I'll have a chance. I'll be at a conference. If I'll have a chance to make a video while I'm gone, if I can in my hotel room, I will. But if I can't, I'll make it when I come back. But hit the notification bell so that you'll get notified, because during this trip, I won't have as much control over my food. I'm hoping I'll have lots of healthy options, but I may talk about that, or what experiences I'm having. So please subscribe. Would love to have you be a part of the community. Just hit subscribe, then ring the bell, and then you'll be notified. You'll be one of the first to be notified when that's released. As always, thank you so much for tuning in today. And I welcome any of your questions, your comments. Please feel free, if you're nervous about something and you just want to ask me, please send it over. I'm not a doctor, but I'll share what my experience has been with it, right? And I love to hear your thoughts. I want to know if you think you need to work out or not. I want to hear your thoughts as well, because it also helps me. So again, subscribe, share. If there's somebody that you know who's struggling with obesity and would be encouraged by these videos, please share them. And with that, I want you to remember that you're bold and you're brave, because it takes courage to go on this journey, and you're brilliant. So thank you so much for tuning in. Take care, and bye for now. Till next time. Bye-bye.